Chapter 41 Where is the promised priority in choosing a spouse? Where is the promised happy campus? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yi Yinchuan and Yunying are in opposition. Yeah, another beautiful girl. Yunying's skin is also tender and fair, with hair hanging down on both sides, which has a special beauty. The shadow can't cover her eyes that are as bright as sparks. The ponytail is cool. She is heroic, like an ancient female general. Yi Yinchuan promised that he only admired her 3 times, the extra glance was for the red training suit, so happy. Every day, it's pleasing to the eye, and there's money to be made. The battle begins. Bao Bao almost walked sideways. 3 simulation experiences, plus continuous victories, made this guy extremely arrogant. If it were on a person, he would be beaten, chased and beaten for 2 blocks. If it were on a pet, it would be fun. Yeah, it's so cute. I really want to see it get beaten up. This is the most arrogant little seal I've ever seen, haha. Damn, what's wrong with the temperament of a nouveau riche? Nouveau riche. Hearing some discussions, Yi Yinchuan smiled. Indeed a little bit, isn't it just a leopard rich man? As soon as I thought of it, Bao Bao was still hunting a lot of big shrimps in the simulation. Yi Yinchuan couldn't help but mutter, don't tell me, it's still catching shrimps. Ali. A layer of gun intent. Move at high speed. Having seen Bao Bao's thick skin and flesh, Yunying was very alert as soon as she came up. Her eyebrows were slightly frowned, with a serious and solemn face. Being able to win all the way to now, even the confident Yunying would not underestimate Yi Yinchuan. I saw, the tail of the little gun fox shook and the speed increased. At the same time, the skill moves at high speed and bursts at speed, but the cost is a lot of energy consumption. Whoosh! The speed of the little gun fox was so fast that the audience was dazzled. Does Yunying want to fight quickly and end the battle with one blow? The audience's heart was hanging. Ha! Yunying, avenge us! Some people who had lost to Yi Yinchuan were all excited. This was the move that Yunying used to defeat Chen Shuer. Yi Yinchuan, he was just a little seal, would he take it with his head? Yi Yinchuan's pupils shrank. Don't be careless, it would be funny if he was beaten by a higher level. This move, even the ice crystal flower was killed in seconds. Bao Bao. At the command, Bao Bao's expression became serious. In an instant, the little gun fox shuddered. It didn't understand what was going on, but in fact, it was the pressure from the ancient creatures. After all, the little gun fox was well trained, and it only paused, and the speed returned to normal. Chasing the stars. Yunying held it in his hand, as if he had a spear in his hand. The spear stabbed out, spanning 10 meters. The speed of the little gun fox suddenly exploded, like a red meteor, killing instantly. Bao Bao's beard trembled, and he was also frightened by the offensive of this move, but the experience of 3 simulated battles, plus Yi Yinchuan's reminder, made it stay calm. Talent activated. Rui tail, defense mode. I saw Bao Bao's tail pushed forward and turned into a cushion. It happened in a flash. Xiao Ri. Yunying's voice came together, and the little gun fox's tail swept across. The gun intent was like a rainbow, slashing across. Snap! Bao Bao's tail was slashed and shook rapidly, and a blood mark appeared conspicuously. Fight back. The defense was broken. Yi Yinchuan was not surprised, calmly commanded. Bao Bao's dog eyes were in He Qiuqiu's eyes. A cold light flashed, and a terrifying sense of oppression was suppressed like a mountain. The little gun fox's pupils shrank slightly, and he was a little suffocated. Return to the cloud. Yunying shouted, and the little gun fox came back to his senses, using the recoil of Xiao Ri to turn around and retreat. Snap! Bao Bao's tail was pulled out almost at the same time. There was no order from Yi Yinchuan, but it was tacit, directly using the steel tail plus whipping. And the speed was fast and fast. The audience only heard a snap. The sound broke through the air, leaving afterimages on both sides, and dust and fog rose on the ground. What a pity! Yi Yinchuan was amazed. After a full-strength sprint, you can still use the recoil to retreat at high speed. Even martial arts movies dare not shoot like this. But this is the reality now. This is a fighting skill, the Yun family spear technique of the Ame lineage. Yunying's eyes were solemn. Strong enemy. Absolutely strong enemy. She noticed that Bao Bao's previous move still rubbed the little gun fox, the left leg was already injured. The kind with blood. Others could not see it, but Yuning knew it best. Even if the little gun fox overcame it with willpower, it would not last long. There was not much time left for me, and I had to fight quickly. Yuning shouted. Twin phantoms. With determination in his eyes, the beast control talent was activated. I saw a purple-red lotus blooming beside Yuning, the light was injected into the little gun fox, and a purple-red shadow appeared, and the movements were completely synchronized with the little gun fox, almost, it existed like a clone. The activation of the twin phantoms can greatly increase the burst of the little gun fox, even double it. The next attack will determine the outcome, and Yi Yinchuan has no doubt about it. Ari. Second level gun intent. Destroy the city. As Yuning spoke, the tail of the little gun fox shook rapidly, the energy was concentrated, and a faint red light appeared. Chase. Break. Break. Howl. Yuning shouted 4 words, and the speed of the little gun fox exploded again. This time, its eyes were determined, and the phantom and afterimage followed it as it came forward. Hug. It's coming. The hug is as immovable as a mountain. Until, Yi Yinchuan ordered, compared with other beast masters, Yi Yinchuan and Bao Bao have a big advantage, that is, communication is barrier-free. The beast control simulation made Yi Yinchuan proficient in seal language, and he also had ancient memories to increase his tacit understanding. That's the current situation. Yi Yinchuan knew what kind of fart he was about to fart with as soon as he stuck his butt out. The same goes for the opposite, hug. Don't talk nonsense. I didn't, therefore, no matter how complex the instructions are, they can be executed easily. I saw, hug a mouth, directly fountain. Familiar level of water storage. This amount. Much bigger than before. The water soaked the hug, the water affinity took effect, the wound began to heal, and the surrounding area was soaked. The little gun fox came to kill, but the soles of his feet slipped and the attack was inaccurate. Poyen. The little gun fox swung its tail, but was blocked by the hugging tail. 2 huge forces are coming. In no particular order. The hug was suddenly lifted off the ground, not high, but it was indeed lifted up. Tuanyue. The little gun fox jumped up, its tail turned into a spear, and struck violently, as if it was about to open a mountain. The tail was hugged and connected hard, and the entire tail was pressed down for a few minutes, adding a new blood stain. It hurts to hug and eat, howling sun. The little gun fox recoiled, and when it bounced away, the tail of the gun slashed horizontally. However, Hu Hug roared. Hug, have you fought enough? It's my turn. Plate hashtag. A red light burst out from his body, concentrating on his tail. The veins on his tail popped out, and his muscles became horny. The form of the dragon's tail, even if restrained, still shows ferociousness. Talent. The tail of the dragon's fury. Skill. Steel tail. 10 slaps in a row. Snapped. The hugging dragon tail and the gun tail collide head-on. The little gun fox flew upside down and turned over several times before using the tail of the gun to stop it. The battle was changing rapidly, and the whole place was silent. Everyone was holding their breath and staring. Didn't they just fight with pressure? How come the little gun fox was photographed so suddenly? Some people didn't see it clearly and even thought that rolling was part of the combo. The little gun fox shook and fell to the ground. Yuning's eyes widened and she forgot to breathe. She didn't come back to her senses until the whole place exploded. I lost. That she walked over and picked up the little gun fox, found that he had completely fainted. She looked at Yi Yinchuan with incredible eyes. The little gun fox has received professional training in fighting skills, and often has to resist blows and stuns, but Yi Yinchuan's little seal was knocked unconscious with one blow. How big is this power? Or, is there something special about it? To know, he used all his fighting skills and beast-controlling talents, but his opponent didn't even use his beast-controlling talents. Is this really a baby seal? Are you sure it's not a disguise? A mythical beast wearing sealskin? Looking at Hug, even the level is hidden on the panel. Yuning fell into deep thought. what is the level of this cheap swishy thing? Not just her, most of the audience felt the same way. I couldn't understand it and I was shocked. The students in class 3 were also confused. Chen Shui's pupils were a little dilated, she pursed her lips tightly and her face turned pale. First, Yuniying hit her, but she didn't use her full strength. The move was gone in seconds, and she recognized it. Second, Yi Yinchuan didn't use all his strength when he hit her. Did you beat Yuniying to a second? The impact was a bit strong, and she couldn't bear it. Even his cool temperament was a little shaken. I had the confidence to dominate the whole class, even the whole grade, but now, no one can hold it down. It's normal to have a little self-doubt. Su Mu, at this time, his face was written all over. I'm in pain. Why not these two emotions? The game lasted 2.5 days, 2.5 full days. He didn't play even once. Not even once. It's hard to accept, but it's also normal. The happiest, crazy happy people are two people, one is Yi Yinchuan's #1 male fan, and the other is Qin Yejia. These two are awesome. It was like returning to its ancestors, howling and screaming. The big-mouthed ape is not as noisy as the two of them. What's terrible is that it also has action, jumping up and down, hugging each other, spinning in circles, besides, pushing each other's hips. It's quite unsightly. The girls in the class are covering their eyes, except for classmate Wang Liyuan. She was very happy, her face was red with a smile, and her facial features were all smiles. Zhao Mingquan also joined in with a smile. The three big men repeated the above actions. There are men on the left and right, and men on top of men. Glasses, come together. Brother Yinchuan, come together. Facing the invitation, Hu Huanjing smiled happily, but shook his head. Yi Yinchuan looked masculine, disgusted. Don't look at me. Do not come. You are a strong man locking up men. Just like that, Yi Yinchuan's male fans +1, the second male fan, Qin Yejia. In Chen Ye's words, it was Yi Yinchuan who gave him hope in life and rescued him from the 18th level of hell. In short, it's just like being a reborn parent. The eldest brother's shouting was so affectionate that he didn't even have to call him daddy. Even the head teacher Huyu was a little excited at this time. She had squeezed it until her fingers turned white just now, and she was nervous for her lovely student. Yi Yinchuan won beautifully. She raised her chin half a minute and looked at the head teacher of class 1 and class 3, feeling somewhat proud. Did you see, this is the student in my class, Huyu. Teacher Ma Wenkai. There was also a smile in the crowd. He has almost concluded that Yi Yinchuan's little seal has probably evolved. But his thin lips, it's like sealing it tightly and not intending to share it with anyone. This is a student secret. Brother, you win this. Su Xiaoxiao pinched Yi Yinchuan's sleeve, feeling sincerely happy. Yi Yinchuan responded with a smile. That shouldn't be the case. Don't look at whose rice you are eating. High emotional intelligence. One sentence makes my cousin smile. The person least surprised by this result is probably Yi Yinchuan himself. If he comes to evaluate, this battle is, why did you fall down before I even exerted any force? One thing to say, a series of 10 slaps in a hug, and then one slap. With just one click, Yuniying's little fox couldn't bear it anymore. What can be done about this? Hey, I didn't expect Invincible to be so lonely. Who knows? At this time, the host teacher announced the results of the competition. Students, what a thrilling and wonderful competition. Life is really unpredictable. The big intestine wraps up the small intestine. Who would have thought that the final winner would be our little seal? Let us congratulate Class 2 for winning first place in this competition. The VP of Class 2, there is no doubt that he is our classmate Yi Yinchuan. Snapped. The high-definition blind-angle cameras on the battlefield, as well as the super-powerful spotlights, were all aimed at Yi Yinchuan. Yeah, the one with the crown of death, hit the Tianling cap directly. Yi Yinchuan looks bald on the big screen. The circles under his eyes were black and his lips were white, like a ghost. Because the light wattage is too strong, the temperature is still high. The pips burn your hair, the pips smoke. Yi Yinchuan was stunned for a second and almost died on the spot. Deadly. I couldn't help but laugh a little. It was uglier than crying. Lighting engineer, do I have a grudge against you? Plate The whole audience burst into laughter. The quacking kind. It seems a bit embarrassing. Hug smelled that something was wrong, then he drilled the big head into Yi Yinchuan's heel. Looking at its movements, he wanted to burrow into the ground. Yi Yinchuan's face turned dark, and his eyes were filled with resentment. Society is dead. Never would I have thought that I, Yi Yinchuan, would be famous throughout my life, destroyed by this VP. School has just started, and we agreed to have priority in choosing a mate. Why did it suddenly disappear? What about the promised happy campus? Well, everyone is happy except me, right? Ahem, lighting engineer. That the host teacher couldn't stand it any longer and was forced to hold back his laughter. He has been professionally trained and generally won't laugh unless he can't help it. But he suddenly remembered something happy. Turning around, he snickered with a crooked mouth, not daring to be too loud. Soon, the lights returned to normal. It's just that Yi Yinchuan is not obviously handsome, coupled with the reverse buff from staying up all night, and the social death just now. There is no way I can save my face, you bastard. But the good thing is, everyone's face was filled with smiles, as if it was the new year, especially those young and beautiful girls. All of them have beautiful smiles, which is quite eye-catching. Looking at it, Yi Yinchuan suddenly stopped complaining. As long as everyone is happy, what does it matter if I am embarrassed? Yi, never hold grudges. Go back and ask the lighting engineer his name, which street do you live on, what is the price, and what kind of food do you like to eat? Let me see. Which ones laugh the most? Everyone is a classmate. I'll see you later if you don't bow your head and look up. Besides. Hug you. Good pet animals share joys and sorrows, honors and disgrace with their masters. And you? Do you want to hide? If you keep hiding from my balls. Hug, it's unfair. The lighting just now was too dazzling, nothing else. Master, you have to believe in hugs. Really? Chapter 42, Get lots of rewards. Eat KFC regardless of the day of the week. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Beast control on the battlefield. The host teacher is announcing the rewards. Congratulations to all the students in Class 2 for earning 0.5 credits. Hear this, all the students in Class 2 cheered. Although I have just entered school, they also to some extent explored the role of credits. First, it is useful for both entering school and graduating. To know, the Beast Control class does not mean attending classes and just hanging out. You can get into higher education. There are requirements for credits, just from the first to second grade. Some people will repeat the grade, and students who repeat a grade, it's considered the original grade, but they will be placed in the promotion class. Students in promoted classes will not take classes with freshmen, but some activities will be attended together, like this temporary match. Some students from the promotion class came to watch the game. I heard that Guang is a promotion class for the first grade. Some have repeated their studies for 5 years. The promotion class of third grade even more exaggerated. Because it's not just about graduation, it also involves the Chinese college entrance examination. If you want to enter the Beast Controlling University, you have to compete with thousands of Beast Control Masters in China. That was no small matter. Secondly, with higher credits, you can unlock some permissions. The penalty can even be offset. This is something, anyway, to understand. Past a Beast Control course. Only 0.5 credits are awarded. This shows the value of this reward. There are 3 classes in the first class, and there are also students in the promotion class. They all looked envious. In addition to the credits, you also have access to the training venue, 1 week long. This news, it's also uplifting. The training venues in the school are free. But that's the most basic facility. You have to apply in advance and queue up. Some high-end training facilities cost money to rent. For example, the rental price of a beginner's weight training machine, it's 500 an hour. A gravity training room that can accommodate 10 people and 10 pets costs 6,000 an hour. That's a waste of money. This is already the result of preferential treatment for students outside. The price is a third higher. 1 week of use, all facilities are free to use. Or the whole class. One can imagine, how cool is this reward? The students in Class 2 were all very excited. They are already discussing buying more pet supplements. Once you practice, you will earn it. Shouldn't this be done to death? There are 3 classes in one class and a promotion class, even the seniors and seniors. Besides envy, I am still envious. Finally, let us, Principal Li Sanyang, award VP awards, that the host teacher announced excitedly. In the spotlight, Principal Li Sanyang comes on stage, gray hair, wearing glasses and a goatee, holding clear glass container in hand. There are 5 Chuck's energy blocks inside, bronze level, no attributes. For a moment, Yi Yinchuan always has an illusion. Principal Li Sanyang brought it out, not an energy block. It's 5 pieces of finger-licking original chicken. Maybe it's almost lunch and I'm hungry. Yi Yinchuan took the stage to receive the award. Principal Li Sanyang didn't say much, he just handed him the energy block with a smile, said some scene words. Every year there are 1 or 2 that stand out, but in Li Sanyang's view, nothing. Bearish. The career of a beastmaster is too long, full of countless unknowns and infinite possibilities. Some freshmen have just entered school and have great success. But maybe it will disappear in a month. Some even have difficulty graduating. Some are unknown at first. He even kept a low profile for 3 years. During the beast-controlling college entrance examination, he became a blockbuster. Admitted to a key beast-controlling university, take a path that is worthy of admiration. Even more, some students have difficulty graduating, dropped out of school directly. When he arrived in society, he still stood out. So for Yi Yinchuan, Li Sanyang is just optimistic and hopes that he will continue to do so. That's all. This kid has a pretty good character. Looking at Yi Yinchuan, he was neither humble nor arrogant. Li Xianyang nodded and commented, because of a moment of pride, he has seen a lot of students who are rapidly expanding. That is what the saying goes, floating away. Generally speaking, the higher you float, the harder you fall. Get rewarded. Yi Yinchuan divided the energy block without saying a word. Thanks. Chen Shuer nodded at him, the smile is a little sour. Thank you. Zhao Huaizhen thanked him. I'll transfer 8,000 to you later, don't refuse, you deserve it. Li Ziming is very wealthy. Yi Yinchuan just smiled, he just followed the agreement and the 5 people shared the VP reward equally. Even if Li Ziming wanted to give him money, he would not refuse. We are obviously short of money, but we still pretend to say we don't want it. That's not Yi Yinchuan's style. Although these people are arrogant, they are not fools. Energy blocks, they really need them, otherwise we will fall behind and be beaten. However, Su Mu was a little embarrassed. Even if you don't get one, do you still have the nerve to share the reward? Before he could speak, Yi Yinchuan stuffed it directly into his hand. Keep it, you will have time to show off later. Point 1 sentence. Su Mu's heart trembled, touched and admired, spontaneously emerged. I owe you a favor. Su Mu stared at Yi Yinchuan, as if to keep him in mind. He, Su Mu, was born into a poor family. Because of his SS-level talent, he was taken care of by the Chinese alliance. All I want is, it means to stand out and serve China. Although he claims to be the chosen one, his ambition is extremely high. But he also knows how to repay kindness. What's more, he saw Yi Yinchuan's strength. There is no slight thought. Yi Yinchuan said in his heart, brother, favors are okay. Don't look at me like this, I'm really scared. Think so. His eyes glanced subconsciously, the number 1 male fan, the number 2 male fan, and Hu Huanjing and Zhao Mingquan. Oh shit. How can I see it at a glance? They all tilted their heads and smiled stupidly at themselves. Damn it. Left and right are men. 2 men advance and retreat. Brother Simeon Chu. Su Mu, you must not imitate them. Okay, students, let's eat first. I'll explain some things in the afternoon. Yu clapped her hands and announced the disbandment. She smiled and nodded at Yi Yinchuan, show recognition and appreciation. Yi Yinchuan pulled Su Xiao and hurriedly evacuated. This is a temporary competition. He reaped enough benefits and stole the limelight. People are afraid of being famous and pigs are afraid of being strong. No. My number 1 male fan and my second male fan. He was already looking around to snipe himself. Hateful. This female fan doesn't suck at all, bastard. Pulling Su Xiao, Yi Yinchuan trotted all the way. Ding. 10,000 yuan has been credited to your account. That the sound of nature sounded. Yi Yinchuan couldn't help but stop and take a look. The balance is 30,000 yuan. There are 4 zeros behind 3, what a beautiful and moving number. This is the reward for finishing the fight with Yunying, the scene with Ma Xuanzi, it has just arrived. Let's go, I'm willing to shoot chicken at noon. Yi Yinchuan pulled Su Xiaoxiao and rushed, the image of Principal Li Sanyang, he looked so much like that old man, it attracted all his gluttons. Let's have chicken for lunch. Have some luxury today, eat Ken and fight chicken without waiting for crazy Thursday. Bold and bold. Totally crazy. Follow Yi Yinchuan to Kendaji, smell the aroma that hits your nostrils. Su Xiaoxiao was also greedy. The last time I had chicken was the last time, it's been a long, long time. My aunt always said that it is not good for the body and affects development, and expensive. Brother, I heard that in the Free Alliance area, only the poor are willing to fight for chicken. Nibble on the crispy and juicy finger-licking original chicken, the aroma coats the warm gravy and soaks the taste buds. Su Xiaoxiao muttered, there was actually a bit of yearning in her eyes, such delicious food, poor people abroad can actually eat it every day. Yi Yinchuan just finished eating a chicken drumstick in 2 mouthfuls, chewing bones. Hearing Su Xiaoxiao's words, he took a sip of coke. I also need to say ha to my soul, he said calmly. Not really. Delicious food will never be refused. If you are willing to fight chicken, even in the Free Alliance area, rich and poor will eat it. Look, this is the rich man from the Free Alliance district and the giant of the Chonks Company, who are also fighting for their own money. Yi Yinchuan searched for a picture. We in China also have special delicacies, and foreigners even envy us that we can eat stir-fry every day. Yi Yinchuan said this, it was to guide Su Xiaoxiao, don't think that the moon abroad is rounder. Besides, since Kendaji is open here, it needs our Chinese consumers. We are the boss. Remember, we don't need to envy anyone. After listening, Su Xiaoxiao nodded thoughtfully. Yes, my mother's cooking is more delicious. The two ate a chicken bucket, full of wine and food. Event discounts, the one that comes with drinks costs 39.9, for Yi Yinchuan's balance of 30,000, just sprinkle water on it. I originally planned to be arrogant, but you would be a fool not to take advantage of it. Take advantage of the lunch break before it's over. Yi Yinchuan picked up a bag of big-tail shrimp meat. Come to the school training ground, the 1-week usage permission has taken effect. Just swipe your face or phone to get in. Yi Yinchuan, credit 0.5, ranking, first in grade. Hear this prompt, Yi Yinchuan felt secretly happy, because VP, although they are all 0.5 credits, but he ranks at the top, that is, first in grade. Do I need to be prompted like this every time I swipe my face? Isn't it a bit too pretentious? Yi Yinchuan can imagine it, when there are a lot of people around you look at you with suspicion. No. Su Xiaoxiao had a little admiration in her eyes. I just found an empty room. Yi Yinchuan took out the Chonks energy block, crystal clear, the shape is regular, exactly like a cube, engraved with Chonks Company's logo. You can feel the energy flowing out. Touch the pet ring, hugs are summoned, _3. Hey Chio's dog eyes, he locked onto the energy block immediately. Even the big shrimp meat was unattractive, his whiskers followed his nose and wiggled, so mean and cute. Hug. Baobao's fat hands hooked Yi Yinchuan's clothes, his tail swayed back and forth, his saliva dripped out a line, the kind with brushed threads. Master, hurry up, Hug Bao wants this. Chapter 43, Number 1 in credits. This privilege is more overbearing than being a relative of the princi. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Want to eat? Looking at the hugging and hungry look, Yi Mao smiled like a father, placed the energy block on the cuddler's mouth, rub it twice. For you. Hug a mouth, take it away immediately. Hey, I won't give it to you. It's just for fun. There is fatherly love, but not much. I was so anxious to hug him that I waved my hands around. Oh, omega asterisk, both feet are on tiptoe, but they can't reach it. Brother, stop teasing and hugging me. Su Xiaoxiao couldn't stand it. Look, the child is hungry, it's been 2 minutes since I've eaten. Take it, if you are anxious. Yi Yinchuan threw the energy block to hug. This guy has a bloody mouth. Bang, 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 the beard on his face trembled from chewing. Hug. It's so delicious. Lord. Finished chewing the energy block. just grab a big tail shrimp and make a meal. A full pound of large tail shrimp, all went into the stomach. After eating, I rubbed my stomach with satisfaction. Hiccups, Yi Yinchuan couldn't help but tugged on its beard, hit it back with a snap, the fat on his mouth trembled. Tried and true, this bitch must be punished. A certain leopard was so shameless, it's so cute. Su Xiao was amused. Don't look at the fact that hugging is harmless to humans and animals now, that was only for Yi Yinchuan, it's now, in fact, it is very ferocious. Very cruel. Ancient evil beast. Wowed. As for the effect of eating energy blocks, Hug said yes, feeling warm, although the hug is already dark, but bronze level energy blocks still have a role, can speed up the upgrade speed. There is also a small probability of improving your qualifications. These effects are not even visible on the panel, but it's really the real deal, and they're all important. This is why energy blocks are in demand. Because you can never have too much. Lunch break is over, it's time for class. Hu directly praised him by name. As soon as the game is over, Hu put on yoga pants, light grass color. It's more comfortable to wear it this way. Everyone performed well this time. Classmate Chine Yejiao. Hu smiled. Take out a ring that is full of technology, bronze luster. This is the pet ring sponsored by the school. It is bronze level. It can be used up to the 9th level of your pet black iron. There is a pet animal inside, which was assigned by the school based on your talent. I hope you can treat it well. Hear this, Chine Yejiao was very excited. He took the conk's ring and bowed continuously. Thank you, teacher. Thank you, everyone. At last, he bowed deeply in the direction of Yi Yinchuan, still baring his teeth and raising his eyebrows. Yi Yinchuan turned his face away and pretended not to see it. The Chenyi family bound the Chonk's ring in public, and contracted the pet beast inside. It's a little stone monkey. The little stone monkey is a subspecies of the little fire monkey. In terms of price, it's a little lower. But it's actually pretty good, except that its attribute is rock. It is similar to the little fire monkey. The most important is, the little stone monkey is a subspecies of the little fire monkey. In theory, it is possible to evolve into a volcano monkey, in line with Chenye's expectations. Great! Holding the little stone monkey in his arms, Chenye jumped up and down. For a moment it was hard to tell who was the monkey. The little stone monkey has a very square face. There was indifference and helplessness on his face. Is this master reliable? The matter of Chenye's family is resolved. Hu began to review the second round of the game. The first is Little Steel Dragon vs Slime. Hu pointed out, if the little steel dragon can protect its own breathing, keep hitting, compete for endurance, there is also a chance to defeat slimes. Follow-up training and nurturing, you have to find a way to deal with enemies like slimes. Also reminded, learn from Xiaoshi, who is also a defensive type. Improve your own system. Is teacher. Li Ziming broke into a cold sweat when he heard this. I was whipped to death in public. But it's been a huge benefit. Then, hugs versus slimes. Slime should have had the advantage, but the strength gap is too big. Being hugged can kill you instantly with one hit. One force can defeat 10. In the face of absolute power, attribute restraint and characteristic restraint are all in vain. This is Hu's summary. Let everyone pay attention to the cultivation of basics, as much as possible. Improve the level and strength of pet beasts. Ice Crystal Flower vs Little Gun Fox. Chen Shuer, your Ice Crystal Flower skills are too little. If you want to deal with fighting beasts, there is still room for improvement in this area. Chen Shuer nodded. That's what she planned. She also plans to use the resources at home. Improve the strength of the Ice Crystal Flower as soon as possible. Hug versus Puppy. Hug versus Little Gun Fox. The importance of basic training. Hu repeated it again. The others are simply covered. At most I talked a little. Hug uses the water storage skill. Wetting the ground restricted the activities of the Little Gun Fox. No way, the fighting power shown by the hug, it's hard to explain. Specifically, to be honest, it is obvious that his abilities in all aspects are better than those of the Little Gun Fox. The classmates also noticed. It doesn't matter if Huhu has rough skin and thick flesh, but his agility is still high. How are they raised? And a little smarter, just thinking about it. Hidden levels and qualifications on the hug panel. How much is it? I'm afraid it's already blackened. How did you raise it? That Hu Huanjing took the time to compare the black iron level pet beasts. I think Hua Hui definitely has this ability. But he couldn't even think of it. How a baby seal does it. Could it be that it has evolved? Hu Huanjing's heart skipped a beat. I found that I did seem to have gained a lot of weight after hugging me. Yi Yinchuan was still hugging her at first, but now she almost doesn't hug him anymore, because I can't hold it. But I can't carry it. It's because the weight has increased. Evolution leads to weight gain. I feel like the answer is close. What a good boy, secretly evolving behind everyone's back, right? No wonder it's so fierce. Hug, carry everyone on your back. There are so many people that I can't carry them. Speculations about the cuddling situation. There was a tacit understanding. I understand everything. Can you hide it? Do you really think everyone is stupid? Review completed. Okay, everyone will write 800 words of their experience. Except Yi Yinchuan. As soon as these words came out, the whole class went crazy, countless eyes of envy, jealousy, and resentment. It fell on Yi Yinchuan. What are you arguing about? If you have the ability, you can also get VP. You don't have to write it down. Hu suppressed the entire audience with one look. Yi was sitting by the window. He leisurely stroked the head of a certain seal, smiling without saying a word. Enjoy this privilege to the fullest. Is this what it feels like for a top student to receive special care from a teacher? One word, so cool. Oh, right, there is another benefit to the beast control class, that is, petting your pet in class is in compliance with school regulations. If you get tired of playing, you can also masturbate. Ranked first in grade, you can masturbate to your cute pet as you like. Such campus life is simply too pleasant. Wait for the students to write hard and submit their experiences one by one. Hu Yuekai nodded. Let me explain to you the credits and corresponding rankings. Hear this. Yi Yinchuan's ears stood up. Soon, there is crucial information. Credits equals money. Ranking based on grade credits. School every month, every semester, every school year. Scholarships will be awarded regularly. For example, if Yi Yinchuan is number 1, monthly bonus of 20,000 yuan, the top 3, 15,000, top 10, 10,000, and so on. Listen, Yi Yinchuan's eyes flashed and his abacus clicked. The monthly bonus is 20,000 yuan, the semester bonus is 50,000 yuan, and the annual bonus is 150,000 yuan. So that adds up to nearly 500,000 a year. But this is on the premise of maintaining first place. If it is second or third, it will be greatly reduced. After that, it will shrink seriously. It can be said, the Beast Control School looked at harmony, but in fact, resources will be concentrated on the head. The top few account for the majority. Look at the longing look of the students. Hu Yu continued. Soon, Yi Yinchuan counted again. Credits equals money saved. For example, he is number 1 in his grade, then all consumption in school, all will be discounted by 40%. How careless. I bought it too early. Yi Yinchuan slapped his thigh. Remember, there is no discount for previous purchases, just a burst of pain and bleeding. But think about it carefully. If you can't let go of your children, you can't trap the wolf. If it weren't for buying resources, it would evolve. Plus simulation boost. Can hugging help me sweep the field and win VP? In addition to consumer discounts, there are also resource priorities, site priorities, etc. Resource priority, it means that if you apply for resources at the same time, the one you rank higher will get the job first, and some rare resources require certain permissions to purchase. For example, PEX energy block. For bronze level, ordinary students are limited to purchasing 1 piece per month. Yi Yinchuan ranked first, 10 pieces available for purchase. Simply 666. Site priority is almost the same. Some venues and equipment require queuing. You are number 1, you can jump in line directly, just so domineering. Anyway, credit ranking is related to all aspects. The higher the ranking, the greater the benefits. Listen to what Hu Yu has to say. Yi Yinchuan understood instantly. Next, we not only need to make money, but also get credits. Because credits not only equal money, they also equal savings. There are also various privileges. This ranks first, and the treatment is better than that of the principal's relatives. So, wouldn't our class earn a lot from the 0.5 credits this time? That the students were excited. The eyes that looked at Yi Yinchuan were filled with envy and gratitude. I envy his VP. He ranks first. Thanks to him for helping everyone get 0.5 credits. Don't be too happy too early. Who smiled meaningfully. It's easy to conquer a country, but it's hard to defend it. The credit rankings are subject to change at any time. Chapter 44 Pet Beast Battle Royale. Shilipo Sword God. Pet Beast Strength Training. Magical Destruct. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Hear this, the students all sat up straight, the sense of crisis came, will the ranking change at any time? How to say? Before the bonuses are distributed this month, there is a routine competition. We usually call it the Pet Beast Battle Royale. Pet Beast Battle Royale. The students fell back tactically. The rules are very simple. Our 3 first-grade classes will be arranged to go to Dombai Mountain. Each person is given a number plate. If the number plate is taken away or destroyed, it will be considered eliminated. For 3 days. At the end of 3 days, if you haven't been eliminated, it will be considered a success. The ranking and reward settlement will be based on the number of number cards in each person's hand and the order of elimination. As you can imagine, there are credits in the reward. Listen to who you finish. Discussion broke out among the students. Yi Yinchuan's eyes moved slightly. Isn't this the PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds mode? The last person alive eats chicken. Just a slight twist. There is one more rule for grabbing number plates. It's not just about surviving until the end, also make sure you have as many number plates as possible. More specific rules, who you did not explain. According to her, there will be adjustments and changes in each issue of Battle Royale. There is no pattern, it all depends on the mood of the planning teacher. And at this point in time, before the monthly bonus is distributed, it's clear that I don't want students to lie flat. I feel like I'm being involved. So, in less than a month, we just need to improve our strength as much as possible. In the meantime, prepare for the Battle Royale at the end of the month. In addition, there is no exam this month, so you can think of this Battle Royale as a monthly exam. Hear this, the students became excited again. No exam required. Be happy first and then talk. Who you continued. This is just the beginning. In the midterm exam 3 months later, your ranking will be merged with the promotion class. In other words, you will have many more competitors. They will all be old students. Hear the words, some people were dissatisfied. Teacher, if they want to study in the promotion class, it means they are not strong enough. There is nothing to be afraid of. Don't try to scare me. Zhao Mingquan hugged the little round dog and said with a smile, who you smiled mysteriously. You'll know then. Yi Yinchuan raised his eyebrows. There is something in the class teacher's words. I heard that some people will deliberately give up their studies for the sake of school resources. Hu Huanjing pushed up his glasses. Have you ever heard of the bully in Novice Village? As soon as these words came out, who you couldn't help but nodded. It's good to have a smart student in the class. There are many things that you don't need to explain yourself, just one click. Yi Yinchuan's eyes also lit up. He also understood. Good guy, Shilipo Sword God, right? Although he is obviously strong enough, he deliberately does not go to school. If you enter higher education, you may be punished, but not going to school, then you can always bully the first-year students. Anyway, there are bonuses and various resources. When you have accumulated enough strength, you can go to higher education, even if I keep doing this all the time. Although not too serious, but it's definitely a way to go. Isn't it too obscene? Can it still be like this? You are a scumbag. Are you not bullying honest people? Some student suddenly realized it. He slapped his head and couldn't help but curse. Some people started to raise questions. I think those who deliberately repeat a grade should be dealt with. Existence is reasonable. Smart people use the rules, and useless people complain about the rules. Faced with doubts, who use expression became serious. And the strong make the rules. Don't forget. As long as you can defeat Principal Li Sanyang, you have the final say on the school rules. Who use words convinced everyone. One more thing. Our class has to elect a squad leader and a deputy squad. Who do you think is suitable? Or does anyone want to be, As soon as these words came out, the eyes of most of the class, all fell on Yi Yinchuan. Yi Yinchuan. VP. That must be him, all in unison, what are you looking at me for? Are there any benefits to being a monitor? Yi Yinchuan resisted. The squad leader will be rewarded 10,000 yuan every month, and the deputy squad member will be rewarded 8,000 yuan. 1 energy block. Have money to take. And energy blocks? Then I'll just do it. Teacher, I'm coming. Teacher, I think although Yi Yinchuan is a VP, if you want to be the squad leader, strength alone is not enough. Teacher, I was the class monitor in elementary school, so I have a lot of experience. Before Yi Yinchuan could speak, the class exploded, almost half of them are eager to try it. At last, Qin Shui was voted the most popular monitor. Hu Huanjing escaped with his hands and mouth, and fought for a deputy class position. Yi Yinchuan ranked 6th, damn, what a bunch of idiots. Who called Yi Yinchuan just now? Where did you go when you were voting? The most outrageous, my number 1 male fan, and my number 2 male fan, give the ticket to Qin Shui. Traitor. We have a traitor. It's finally clear. They are all fake fans. The kind of person who forgets his true love. 10,000 yuan in energy blocks, snap, gone. Okay. The squad leader and deputy squad leader will organize it. When we get to the training venue, I will make arrangements first. After Hu Yu finished speaking, she walked out of the classroom. 1 week free rental, it must not be wasted, looking at Qin Shui and Hu Huanjing. Organized teams there, those led by Zhao Mingquan were making a lot of noise there. Qin Shui said a few words weakly, not even listening. Yi Yinchuan suddenly felt relieved. It's not easy to make money either, it's better to take some time off. Zhao Mingquan, I think you are Pikachu's younger brother. Seeing that Zhao Mingquan was dissatisfied with management, Qin Shui smiled with murderous intent. The ice crystal flower has been summoned. The temperature in the classroom dropped sharply. Pikachu's brother? What's going on? Zhao Mingquan was curious. My skin is itching. As she said that, Qin Shui's ice crystal flower directly hit her. The collision made the famous Zhao dog howl and bark, the kind that covers your butt. Qin Shui bows first and then freezes. Finally the team was organized, passing by Class 1 and Class 3. You can feel the envious glances they cast. The second class can go to the training ground, use high-end equipment. There are also free tea, snacks, and animal rations. They want to train. I can only go to the back mountain. When you are hungry or thirsty, you can only carry it. This is the difference. Arrive at the training ground. Hu Yu is already waiting here. The basic attributes of pet beasts are strength, physical strength, speed, telepathy, and endurance. Each one has specific training methods and facilities. Today we will only practice strength. Although strength, stamina, and endurance are closely related, they are almost indistinguishable, but training still has a focus, such as strength training. It is divided into explosive power and endurance. Explosive power is also called destructive power. It refers to the maximum power exerted in a moment. Only look at the maximum value. Endurance is also called static power. It refers to the strength of the pet beast. Generally I will read it. How much weight can the pet beast lift and move? Requires a certain duration. To put it simply, one is fast and the other is slow. In front of you, targets explosive power and endurance. There are 2 devices that are most frequently used. One is a destruction machine, one is a weightlifting machine. Destruction machine. Yi Yinchuan's first reaction was, isn't this thing just a dynamometer? It's the kind of punch that hits, then the number is displayed. See how powerful your machine is. I used to be in the mall, I've seen it all and played with it. Lifting machine. It's similar to human training equipment, only special adjustments have been made. Make it easier for pet beasts to exert force. Training begins according to student number. The first one is Qin Shui's ice crystal flower. She often uses similar equipment. I entered the value as soon as I came up. Pet type, ice. Crystal flower, grade, bronze. The ice crystal flower moves back one by one, then slam into the power machine. No impact skills are used. There was a collision, but there was no collision. The destruction machine showed, destructive power, A-, another bump, destructive power, A. Hit again, destructive power, B+. Who you explained. The destruction opportunity determines the destructive power of this attack based on the attributes of the pet beast. The qualifications on the panel can only show the potential. The meaning of training is to bring out the potential of the pet beast. S level means that the potential is activated above 90%. From S level up, there are SS, SSS, SP. Corresponding to 95%, 100%, and more than 100% respectively. Bang. At this time, the ice crystal hit hard again, destructive power, A+. Yi Yinchuan understood, there is a saying in scientific experiments, called control variables, the level and qualifications of pet beasts will change with cultivation and evolution, not to mention that different varieties have different advantages, the principle of the destruction machine, that is on the premise that the variety, grade and qualifications remain unchanged. Test the explosive power of pet beasts, to determine the degree of development of the potential of the pet. If you train yourself, this kind of value is completely invisible, just go by feeling, so, not only is it difficult to feel progress, greatly reduces training motivation, the effects of training can also become blurry, maybe he'll just stay put, don't tell me you found a problem, the problem may not even be discovered. The poor rely on mutation, the rich rely on technology, although not entirely appropriate, but I also have some feelings. As for the setting of pet beast training, you can play with it, hahaha, the author wants to copy the comment area. Chapter 45 My brother won't treat me badly, right? Changes in 1 week of training. Simulation. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Jing, hit. Crash again, Chen Shuer bit her lip, accompanied by impact, cheer up and shout, destructive power, A+. Destructive power, A+. Destructive power, S-. Destructive power, A. Destructive power, A-. To the end, Chen Shuer's voice was hoarse. The ice crystal flower cannot be hit either. Evaluation of destructive power, after reaching a peak, rapid weakness and fall. Yes, you can reach S level at the 7th level of bronze. Who you commented. Training should be gradual. You can take a rest. Chen Shuer gasped slightly, holding the ice crystal flower. He stepped aside, a lot of energy was consumed. The ice crystal flowers are not that cold anymore, there are 5 destroyers in total, so there are only 10 rounds in one class. Soon it was Yi Yinchuan's turn. Yi Yinchuan entered the value, pet type, baby seal, grade, bronze. There is no hesitation when typing, hugs and crotch scratches, _3. Go up and there's a tail, snapped. A right whip tail, destructive power, SS. Fuck, so fierce. Ox. The difference was immediately apparent. Chen Shuer bit her red lips until they turned white, snapped. A left whip, destructive power, SS, snapped. Bang bang. Bang bang. A 5-shot whip, destructive power, SS, destructive power, SS, destructive power SSS plus, destructive power, SSS plus, destructive power, SP plus, a series of lashings. The destruction machine shuddered, like he's about to die. The students opened their mouths wide. I feel incredible, this is nothing but training, it's all full as soon as it comes up. No wonder Yi Yinchuan's little seal is so perverted. Very, very good. Hu Yu's face was slapped twice. Yi Yinchuan's little seal has great potential. Passed by in one stroke, Yi Yinchuan was also ruined. There is nothing to pretend to be a pig anymore. I'm just telling you, hugging is not as simple as it seems. As for how complicated it is, hey, no showdown, guess that I just don't know what you're guessing. Can you keep up with the progress of hugging? Behind the destroyer, it's a weightlifting machine. The weightlifting machine is exactly what the name suggests, just weightlifting. There is a weight plate in the middle of the machine. Pet beast from the weight plate will continue to increase weight until it reaches the limit. If the pet beast can't bear it, the weight plate will also get stuck in one position, doesn't really hold down. Hug Hui also performed well and crushed the audience. Evaluation of endurance, the same as the lowest SS. And the highest SP is directly capped, but Yi Yinchuan is not complacent either. In fact, he knew it very well. this is setting the case for bronze, an assessment of the potential development of the hug. If black iron is set, it is the real data, so when training, hugging is really practiced. During break, there are tea and snacks, there are even fruits like cantaloupe, while no one is looking. Yi Yinchuan sneaked into the private training room, locked the door. He wants to test the real data of hugging, pet species, tailed seal, grade, black iron. That I was worried at first. The tail seal is a hidden evolutionary form, it will not be detected, but I didn't expect it. The destroyer didn't even prompt anything. After some testing, Yi Yinchuan got the result. The destructive power and lasting power of a hug are both SS. He was very satisfied with the result, but his expectation for hugging is SP+, that is, the best, at least SSS+. After all, the beast control simulation gives a lot. Work hard to make money yourself, also for nurturing cuddles, a little bit of pursuit, right? Make up for the gap in the middle, that is the goal and meaning of training. One practice lasts all afternoon. Time went by very quickly, even someone's pet animal. In the process, I got promoted a level. It just so happens, this lucky person is Su Xiaoxiao. Brother, this is so much better. Su Xiaoxiao's face turned red with excitement. She trained like Yi Yinchuan, too primitive, too backward. It's different here, very targeted training, make up for whatever is lacking. It's clear how much progress has been made, because of digitization. Yes, I will bring you here for training every day from now on. Yi Yinchuan is not bragging. With his current financial resources, he has the authority to be number one in his grade. Training costs for 2 people, totally affordable. Su Xiaoxiao nodded. Fast speed, small movements, very cute and well-behaved, on the way back from school. Xiao, why do you become a beast master? Yi Yinchuan asked. Su Xiaoxiao thought carefully. I want to live a better life. Yi Yinchuan. Very good. Have you ever thought about what to raise as your second pet? Su Xiaoxiao shook his head. I can't even raise my little rabbit. There was some disappointment in his tone. Brother will give you one, like Bao Bao, very powerful. Do you want it? Yi Yinchuan's purpose was obvious. He was going to give the charm seal away. Is it true? Is it as powerful as Bao Bao? That may not be the case, but it is also unique. It can make Bao Bao more powerful. But, it is an auxiliary pet. Yi Yinchuan believed it. If you can be a flower, no one wants to be a green leaf. Really? Then can I assist, brother? Su Xiaoxiao's eyes flickered, full of expectations. She knew what auxiliary pets were. Generally, they are not strong in combat, but they can make teammates stronger. There is even a kind of beast master, specialized in cultivating auxiliary beasts, also called auxiliary beast master. Of course. But have you thought it through? If you assist me, you may be unknown, just a foil, or even become my subordinate in the eyes of others. Yi Yinchuan carefully examined Su Xiaoxiao. Su Xiaoxiao chuckled. Brother, you won't treat me badly, right? Yi Yinchuan was speechless. That's right. Brother, I know how much I weigh. I also know how outstanding you are. Su Xiaoxiao rarely talks much. Assist you, at least I can follow you. I'm afraid I can't even catch your shadow. Said. Su Xiaoxiao stretched out a little finger. Just giving me a pet is not enough. She stared straight at Yi Yinchuan. She was full of sincerity and yearning. Yi Yinchuan stretched out his hand and hooked it. The girl's skin was delicate and a little warm, as expected. My cousin is very reliable. Yi Yinchuan thought about the charmed seal eggs at home. Its owner has been settled, after dinner. Wow, so cute. Yi Yinchuan took Su Xiaoxiao to his room, locked the door. Look at a big treasure, that is the charmed seal eggs. The incubator that was ordered has arrived. The original price is 5,000, the first discount in the grade, only 2,000. This feeling of buying is a good deal, it's really addictive. What pet? Su Xiaoxiao put her face on the egg. You can hear the heartbeat inside. Charm seal, a perfect auxiliary pet for hugging. Yi Yinchuan didn't hide it either. There is only one in the world. Su Xiaoxiao is a family member and a future teammate. There is no need to hide these. It's so precious. Su Xiaoxiao's world is very small. There is only her mother and her brother. Every day, she goes home and school. she doesn't even have any friends, she didn't even ask a question, where did this egg come from? In her opinion, maybe it's just like this incubator, it was ordered from the school, it's not very important, what's important is, the gift Yi Yinchuan gave her, and the words he said today, is this, want to be the woman behind her brother? Su Xiaoxiao listened to the heartbeat of the pet egg, her own heart, it also followed the beating sound, it was beating faster and faster. While Su Xiaoxiao was paying attention to the egg, Yi Yinchuan put his hand on the little grass rabbit's head, simulation cooling, remaining time, 6 days. Sure enough, the last time I cleared the prehistoric era, a week of cooling time, even if you change the pet medium, you can't avoid it, just wait, the simulation cooling is good this time, let's simulate it for the little grass rabbit first, it's also a test, we have to figure it out, the simulation cooling time is getting longer and longer, what's going on, the exploration of the gold finger is worth a try, this night. Yi Yinchuan went to bed early, when I woke up, I felt much better, it should be the feedback from the black iron level, the next week, it was a relaxed and happy campus life, bronze energy block is 8,000 yuan, Yi Yinchuan's authority, the purchase limit is 10 pieces a month, that is 80,000, 40% off is exactly 32,000, Yi Yinchuan's entire fortune was all in. He bought all the energy blocks first, he accelerated Baobao's upgrade, this was because Li Ziming transferred 8,000 yuan, otherwise, Yi Yinchuan would still owe money, looking at the single-digit balance, Yi Yinchuan wanted to cry but had no tears, too poor. This money was not worth spending. But the effect was immediate, 10 energy blocks, even if they were second generation, those with a slightly lower family background, they might not have so many resources, all were stuffed into Baobao. Baobao was so happy that he patted his belly with his hands, on the spot, he was bleeding from his nose, in a week, Baobao was upgraded from black iron level 3 to black iron level 5, this was still a bronze energy block. Black iron energy block, Yi Yinchuan could also limit the purchase to 6, but one block cost 13,000 yuan, even at a 40% discount, it would still cost 5,200 yuan, although this number was very cute, but no money means no money, I can only cry when I see my wallet empty. Baobao's training has achieved some results, after this week, the explosive power and destructive power have both increased from SS to SSS, there are other trainings. The progress is about the same. On the one hand, it is the training effort, on the other hand, it is also the effect of the energy block, and Yi Yinchuan, the soul strength on the panel, finally within a week, it gradually increased to 3.0, my feeling is that my mental state is more full, my thinking is clearer, this means, Yi Yinchuan can contract a second pet at any time, but there is no rush, at the same time. The improvement of soul strength, it also makes Baobao more powerful, for example, the power of the gifted bear. It used to be the power of 2 bears, now, it has directly increased to 3 bears, this is the effect of soul strength. Su Xiaoxiao's little grass rabbit, this week has also made rapid progress, from bronze level 3 to bronze level 5, also comprehended a new skill, parasitic seeds, finally, it has some combat power, in addition to them, other classmates have not stood still. Especially those from superior families like Chine, the resources are invested, the improvement speed is really terrible, especially she is very hardworking, this is not, I heard that her ice crystal flower has reached bronze level 9, all the evolution materials are ready, only one chance is left to evolve, all the classmates in the class feel the pressure, they are richer and prettier than you, they also work harder than you. Although they are not on the same track, but they are really involved. Chine is just a representative, but Li Ziming, Su Mu, Zhao Huaizhen, which one is not throwing resources behind the scenes, they are also working hard without hesitation on the surface, for example, Li Ziming, I heard, his family directly got more than 10 energy blocks, in addition to the exchange of school resources, the number of resources is much better than Yi Yinchuan, his little steel dragon. Chew the energy blocks directly as candy beans, eat 2 or 3 a day. No discount, that is 20,000 to 30,000 alliance coins, perfect interpretation of what it means to burn money. And I heard, in order to defeat the slime, he trains with the little steel dragon every day to hold his breath, train explosive power and endurance. Yi Yinchuan originally thought, hug the black iron level and he would be crushed, he could rest for a long time, but these bullies, it's really outrageous. If this goes on, it's only a matter of time before he is overtaken. Fortunately, after school that day, the simulation cooldown is finally over. Yi Yinchuan borrowed the little grass rabbit from Su Xiao. He closed the room mysteriously, his heart moved. The scroll of controlling beasts emerged and slowly unfolded. It exuded a heavy atmosphere from the ancient times, infinite possibilities, infinite opportunities. All in this scroll. Simulation medium, little grass rabbit, number of simulations remaining, 1, exclusive to little grass rabbit, do you want to start the simulation? Chapter 46 Simulation. I will never regret coming to China in this life, and I will still be a Chine. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Please select the simulation era, prehistory dynasty new generation. Looking at the 3 eras, Yi Yinchuan was stunned, but are the simulated eras different? It's okay for the dynasty, at least it's hundreds of years ago, there's also a new generation. You know, it's the new generation now. Yi Yinchuan focused his attention and saw a line of instructions appear on the board. The chapter of the new generation has just begun, and the beast taming scroll cannot simulate the future for the time being. Yi Yinchuan understood, it's just that the era that has not been experienced cannot be simulated, but this one for the time being, has something. Can the future be simulated in the future? The past and the future are all in my scroll. Against the sky. At the same time, the beast taming scroll also thoughtfully explains the difficulty of these eras. Overall, the dynasty is the most dangerous, followed by the prehistoric, and finally the new generation. However, the degree of danger in each era fluctuates, and there will be the most dangerous time point. Yi Yinchuan nodded. For example, the new generation I live in is peaceful now. But take the Huaxia region for example. When the dynasty was overthrown and the 8-nation invasion was faced, it was not like this. Some history needs to be remembered. Although there is only the Huaxia alliance now, but, I am a Chinese in life and a Chinese soul in death, this will never change. Don't forget the national humiliation. Speaking of which, I am still a Chinese after traveling through time. It really fulfilled that sentence. I will never regret entering Huaxia in this life, and I will still be a Chinese in the next life. The atmosphere is set to this point. Yi Yinchuan decided to choose the new generation to see what kind of simulation will be. Please choose your origin camp. Huaxia, overseas, Yi Yinchuan did not hesitate, choose Huaxia first. As for overseas, I can only say that I will try it when I have the opportunity in the future. Simulation in progress. You are a civilian beastmaster. Male, 18 years old. Contracted the initial pet, the little grass rabbit. Simulation begins. Yi Yinchuan was immersed in it. I didn't expect that this simulation would not turn into a pet, but as a beastmaster, but the pet is a little grass rabbit. It seems to be related to the times. After all, at the end of prehistoric times, primitive people had just appeared, let alone beastmasters, but the new generation is different. There are as many beastmasters as dogs. You live in a turbulent era and have just witnessed the fall of the old Qing dynasty. The promoter is the Great Ape family. Sun Yu, Yuanhe. Great Ape family. Sun Yu. Yuanhe. Yi Yinchuan understood, this is indeed the history of the new generation. Sun Yu should have been the chief of Huaxia, but Yuan had deceived Sun Yu. On the surface, he agreed with Sun Yu's idea of overthrowing the old dynasty, but in fact, he won over overseas imperial forces behind the scenes, and he wanted to restore the old dynasty and become the emperor himself. With his powerful military force and the means of deception and winning over, he became the temporary chief of Huaxia and intended to become emperor. Isn't this kind of simulation a bit too much for a little grass rabbit? Little grass rabbit, haven't you heard of the flower-growing family? Just a few days after the contract with the little grass rabbit, you awakened your talent for beast control. B-level, light blessing. Yi Yinchuan was not too surprised. The medium of simulation is Su Xiaoxiao's pet, so, it is reasonable to inherit the same talent as hers. Now Sun Yu, Yuanhe, and overseas powers are recruiting young beast masters and intend to cultivate their own beast masters. What are you going to do? Follow Sun Shan, follow Yuanhe, join overseas forces, become a savage. Yi Yinchuan was entangled. At this time, the forces he wanted to follow the most have not appeared yet. However, there is an advantage of simulating the new generation. that is, he knows a lot of history and will be more confident in his choice. You choose to follow Sun Yu. At this time, Sun Yu already knew Yuanhe's true purpose. After the dissuasion failed, he could only secretly plan on his own and plan to overthrow Yuanhe again. You joined Sun Yu's team. As a young beast master, you received guidance from your mentor, Teacher Sunday. A year passed quickly. Under Teacher Sun's guidance, you improved quickly. Your little grass rabbit has reached the 9th level of bronze and meets the conditions for evolution. Please choose the evolution route. Little flower rabbit. Little vine rabbit. Little leaf rabbit. Little seed rabbit. Little wild rabbit. Yinchuan has done his homework. He also learned from the simulated scenario. The regular evolution routes of the little grass rabbit are the first 3, they are little flower rabbit, little vine rabbit, and little leaf rabbit. Little flower rabbit is good at scent attack or assistance. Little vine rabbit is good at medium-range vine attack and entanglement, and little leaf rabbit is good at long-range flying leaf attack and slashing. As for the little wild rabbit, it was mentioned by the class teacher one of her old classmates spent 10 years evolving into Usagi Tsukino. It is considered a hidden route. Her old classmate should have evolved into Usagi Tsukino from other branches, but if she chooses Usagi Tsukino, the evolution route will be smoother and pure, then. The remaining hidden route is the seed rabbit, good at using seeds to fight. Seeds with different characteristics have different effects, can attack, assist, and restrict, very balanced and comprehensive. If there is a hidden route, you are a fool not to choose it. In addition, Su Xiaoxiao's little grass rabbit has already mastered the skill of parasitic seeds. The route of the seed rabbit is very suitable. With the help of your mentor Sun Jiaran, you easily gathered the materials needed for evolution. Your little grass rabbit evolved into a seed rabbit. Level increased to Black Iron. After evolving into a seed rabbit, there have been great changes in all aspects. The body size has become a little bigger, the position of the ears and tail. The original grass has become a more special plant. It is a bit like a morning glory and a bit like a turret. It can breed seeds of different forms and launch them. Attributes and qualifications are needless to say. It has been greatly improved. More importantly, talents and skills. There are 2 more seed-type skills, namely slow seeds and confusion seeds. The former can slow down the enemy's movement speed, and the latter can make the enemy fall into chaos. The chaos here, Yi Yinchuan observed in the scenario simulation. The pet beast that is confused will attack and use skills randomly. It does not distinguish between enemies and friends, and does not care whether there is a target or not. Sometimes, it even hits itself. A very powerful skill. Not only a restriction, but also a control. The slow seed is relatively ordinary in comparison. The effect is to slow down the enemy's movement, but it is also disgusting in battle. After all, a little speed difference may determine the outcome. Talent aspect. The original herbivorous talent has an additional effect. Not only can it speed up the recovery of physical strength and energy, but it can also speed up the breeding of seeds. In addition, you can also eat your own seeds directly, which reduces the impact of the environment, in an environment without grass. This talent can also play a certain role. After evolution, you also get a talent. It is called seed control. It can control the effect of seeds, including enhancement and weakening. It is a bit similar to Hu Huanjing's toxin control, but what's even more buggy is that seeds are considered living things, and this talent allows seeds to move. Although the speed of movement is very slow, but in battle, with certain tactics, it can be very effective. Yi Yinchuan has thought of 999 ways to ambush people. Just wait for a chance to try it out in the future. This year, Yuanhe invited Sun Yu to attend the meeting. Your mentor Sun Jiaran will also go as an important person. This trip is extremely dangerous, you decide. I'm not feeling well and can't go. There's an emergency at home, so I'll leave. Follow my mentor, it's my duty. Chapter 47 Simulation. Stepping on the clouds and making a scene in heaven. Teacher, did you see it? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Although, it only took 2.5 years to become Sun Jiaran's student, the description on the panel is also written in one stroke. However, the scenes in the simulation are all as if they happened in real life, and Sun Jiaran can indeed be called a mentor. Yi Yinchuan felt a lot. Sun Jiaran taught him how to cultivate pet animals, teach him the principles of life, and let him understand the blood Sweat and tears that went into overthrowing the old dynasty, just entered Sun's house, as Yi Yinchuan's foreign surname. When he was ignored by others, it was Sun Jiaren who cared for him and helped him slowly integrate into the Sun family army. How to choose? Yi Yinchuan has the answer in his heart. You decide to follow your mentor, it is your duty. Although you are not strong enough. But maybe, with your help, the safety of my mentor can be more guaranteed. Your courage and kindness are appreciated. Master Sun has decided to teach you the secrets of the great ape family. In a simulated scenario, Sun Jiaren patted Yi Yinchuan 3 times on the shoulder. He leaned over and said softly. At 3 o'clock in the evening, come to my door. Yi Yinchuan arrived as scheduled. The rise and fall, everyone is responsible. Mr. Sun Jiaren stood with his hands behind his hands. The candlelight stretched his back very long. Although old, he is straight. The great ape family worked hard to unite forces from all walks of life in China to overthrow the old Qing dynasty. But now, the fruits of victory have been stolen by Shilipo. If he sincerely wants to revive China, that's all. He is so ambitious that he wants to be the emperor. To this end, we will not hesitate to win over foreign enemies and keep an eye on them. We in the Sun family cannot just sit back and wait for death. No matter how many emperors or dynasties there are, we will overthrow them. Even if they happen again and again. Even until the end of our lives. Young man, you are not from the Sun family, but you have the heart to revive China. We are both of Chinese blood, so why should we distinguish each other? Today, I will teach you the secret skills that the great ape family does not teach you. Treading on the clouds and making heaven-shattering steps. In the simulated situation, Yi Yinchuan's blood boiled, stepping on the clouds and turning the sky upside down. You have gone as far as the sky, and you have made a big fuss in the heavenly palace and will not return. Under the shadow of the lamp, it was as if he could see Sun Jiaren ascending to the sky on the clouds, transforming into the Monkey King, causing havoc in the heavenly palace. Vow to overthrow the old dynasty and drag down the emperor. You have learned the secret skills of the great ape family. Step on the clouds to the heavens. Yi Yinchuan knew that the so-called secret skills were actually similar to fighting skills. It's just that this cloud stepping step is of the body type people can learn, and so can pets. If you can bring out the simulation, it will definitely be an unexpected bonus. You go to Nanjing with your mentor Sun Jiaren. The next day was the meeting held by Shilipo. You are resting after duty. It's night, it's hard to sleep. You decide, protect Sun Jiaren and never leave him. Wander around and check the situation, lie on the bed, close your eyes and relax. Practice the cloud stepping step secretly. Yi Yinchuan only wants to protect his mentor. In love, Sun taught people even the secret skills of the great ape family to him. It could be said that he taught them all. This kindness is very great, Yuli. Sun Jiaren plays a vital role to the Sun family and to China. Thinking of thousands of years of oppression by the feudal dynasty, Yi Yinchuan experienced a lot of suffering in the simulation. As a young civilian in the new era, he had finally overthrown the monarchy, but how could he turn back the wheel of history? You couldn't sleep, thinking that Master Sun might be in danger, so you decided to go near his residence and continue to protect him. Not long after you arrived nearby, the assassin attacked. These assassins are powerful, and the lowest is a platinum beast master. You decide, don't come out, observe the situation, rush into the room to protect the teacher, hit your ass, turn around and run away, damn it. Platinum. Yi Yinchuan's scalp was numb, but he quickly made a choice. The enemy is too strong, so you decide to hide and observe the situation to see if there is anything you can do to help. After all, there is no point in dying if you rush forward. The Sun family's army also had strong bodyguards, and they fought together with the assassins. The scene is very chaotic. Wave after wave of attacks kill Sun Jiaren. Sun Jiaren is also a platinum beast master. Summon pet beasts to resist, and use cloud steps to avoid damage. Your decision is very wise. Now is the time for you to show off. You decide to use Slow seeds. Seeds of chaos. Parasitic seeds. Impact. Light blessing. Yi Yinchuan's brain was racing. Parasitic seeds and impact pass first. Slowness seeds and chaos seeds can both limit enemies very well, but this is a trap. Because the enemies are all powerful beast masters, they are likely to avoid it or even not take effect, but light blessing is for friendly forces. None of the above will happen. You use lightness blessing on your mentor Sun Jiaran. The blessing of lightness makes his movements lighter and he can dodge enemy attacks more calmly. You played your part. The enemy has discovered you and is coming to kill you. You narrowly escaped death. You used cloud steps to avoid the most dangerous attack. Shock but no danger. Sun Jiaran's pet beast protected you. In a simulated scenario, Master Sun and Yi Yinchuan looked at each other. At the moment of life and death, the relationship between master and disciple has been sublimated, all in silence. After a scuffle, the ground was filled with corpses. Although Sun Jiaran was injured, it was not too serious. There is a wound very close to the heart. If it weren't for your light blessing, Sun Jiaran might have died. The next day, Sun Yuanshan will meet you in person to commend you for your bravery and meritorious service in guarding. Sun Yuanshan agrees to provide you with a little monkey and the corresponding secret evolution route. Yi Yinchuan's eyes lit up. Little monkey, it is the secret pet beast of the great ape family, and only the great ape family knows how to cultivate it. The small gun fox similar to Yunying is a special form of the small-eared fox, the little spirit monkey is the special form of the little fire monkey. Plus, the secret evolution route of the great ape family can be cultivated all the way to diamond level or even above. Like the Sun family, for example, Sun Shan cultivated small monkeys into mountain climbing great apes, or maybe it's like a lineage of the monkey family, such as Sarukawa, that cultivates small monkeys into the great apes of Duanchuan. Further up, there is even a monkey king, whether it's a little monkey or the corresponding evolutionary method. Just like the step on the clouds, it is generally not spread among the public. For Sun Jiaran, although Yi Yinchuan joined the Sun family army not long ago. But, first, he could follow his mentor and teach people regardless of life and death. He played a key role last night and deserves a lot of credit. Secondly, now is an extraordinary period. In order to improve the strength of the Sun family army, there is no need to worry about secret information. You got a little monkey. You have obtained the evolution method of the little monkey. Sure enough, there is only one evolution. Yi Yinchuan is not greedy. You can get a secret pet beast and the corresponding evolution method. This is already a very good harvest. You can't always count on it. Sun Yuanshan will hand over all the wealth of the De Yuan family to himself without any reservation. The meeting held by Sarasega has begun. You can only wait silently for the results. You successfully contracted the little monkey. In a simulated scenario, Yi Yinchuan noticed a detail. In this era, the Chonks company had not yet emerged, so naturally there was no Chonks ring. Once the natal pet animal dies and the natal ring is broken, it means complete loss. There was no chance of making amends. The backlash caused by the death of a pet beast will not only cause the beast master to lose the rewards after gold level, but will also further decline. The people from Sun Jejun sent news that there was turmoil at the meeting. In Yuan Shurha, Sun Jiaran was killed in the chaos. Sun Yuanshan fled in a hurry under the protection of the Sun family army. The people from the Sun family army advise you to leave quickly. If you stay here, you will definitely die. You decide, fight in and avenge your mentor, Sun Tioran. Retreat. Where there is life, there is hope. Although it is only a simulation, this simulation is extremely real and is completely based on personal experience. Upon hearing the news of Sun Jiaran's death, Yi Yinchuan's heart tightened, as if someone was grabbing him hard. Immediately afterwards, there was a trance, a bit unbelievable. Everything that Sun taught people was vividly remembered. Sun Jiaran's wrinkled, kind and bright eyes were looking at him with a smile. Just a few days ago, he often made mistakes in his practice of beast control. Sun Jiaran did not scold him, but taught him well. I also remember that when I was sleeping at night, I huddled up because of the thin quilt. When I first entered Sun's house and had no one to see me, so I had to endure it by myself. It was Sun Jiaran who personally sent him a quilt. every inch of Yi Yinchuan's skin seemed to still remember that warmth and unexpected care. I can't even forget the third watch that night. Sun Jiaren taught him the secret skills not passed down by the Sun family, which gave him trust and cultivation. I'm leaving as soon as I step on the clouds, and I won't be able to return without making a big fuss in the heavenly palace. Fight in. Fight in. Fight in. Kill Sarushurha and avenge his mentor. An anger burned in Yi Yinchuan's heart, igniting every cell in his body. Sun Jiaren is over 50 years old, full of passion, and wants to overthrow the old dynasty, overthrow the monarchy, and revive China. But just when he was about to succeed in his career, he was killed by his own people. Sarus River. There are also overseas forces behind it, none of them are innocent. Damn it. All deserve to die. You decide to kill and avenge your mentor. But I didn't expect that a close associate of Master Sun would directly knock you out and take you away. Yi Yinchuan's eyes almost sparkled, and he was slapped with a sap. In the simulated scenario, Yi Yinchuan, Sun's disciple, looked very familiar to him. When he woke up, the disciple had already died of his injuries. Before he died, he didn't even have time to leave a letter, and only left you a few words. When a common man is angry, his blood will flow 5 steps forward. You can kill the ape thief, even if you fight to the death. If you can't, then you'll have to endure the humiliation and bear the burden. Yinchuan, Master Sun's ambition and my ambition are entrusted to you. One day, if we cause trouble in the heavenly palace, we will kill the ape thieves. In a simulated scenario, even after hearing other people's narration, Yi Yinchuan could still think of the senior who reluctantly left a will before his deathbed. He even saw that the empty bed was covered in blood. He was seriously injured, vomiting blood and explaining at the same time. In an instant, any trace of depression that was taken away by being knocked unconscious by the sap disappeared. With this stick, he woke up. A few years later, Sarukawa proclaims himself emperor. Sun Shan passed away. He is full of regrets. Leave a message before death. The revolution has not yet succeeded, comrades still need to work hard. The Sun family army is leaderless. You raise your arms and plan to take charge of the overall situation. But your strength is too weak and your prestige in the Sun family army is not enough. Look at the few people who are willing to follow you. You decide, when the common man is angry, blood splashes 5 steps. Organize the dead men to assassinate Sarushurha. Put down your hatred and retreat to the mountains and forests. Dismiss everyone and leave. Yi Yinchuan looked at the 2 options in front of him, clenched fists. Several years in a simulated scenario, his day, the hatred has not been forgotten. One day, they have never forgotten their teacher's teachings. I haven't forgotten the senior's last words. It's time. I have endured this for so many years. Sarus River. I'm here to kill you. You decided to assassinate Sarushiga. With those who follow you, you will regard death as home. At the 3rd watch, night attack on Yuansha River. Sarazaga is very powerful, but in the past few years, several of his life rings have been broken, and the backlash has been so serious that even you have a chance to assassinate him. The guards at Sarush River are very strong and heavily guarded, but there are always times when they become lax. Just at the right time. You guys come in and kill. It's a mess. Your Lingshan monkey and little seed rabbit died one after another. The pet beast that has been with him for many years dies. Your heart is like a knife. But, you can't stop. I have no regrets. Little seed rabbit, Lingshan monkey. Why don't they want revenge? You are dead soldiers, and so are they. Light blessing is given to myself. You fight with all your might to get in front of Sarushurha. A knife stabbed into his heart. You send it hard. It seems like I want to put the handle of the knife in. It's like trying to squeeze in all the hatred day and night over the past few years. Personal grudges, hatred of family and country. My mentor's son teaches people. Mr. Sun Yuan Shan. Little seed rabbit, Lingshan monkey. Every dead soldier of Sun Jejun. All of your share is in this knife. You are afraid that Sarashurha will not die. Holding the handle of the knife tightly, stirring it left and right, up and down. I wish I could smash them all into pieces. Blood sprays. Soaked in darkness, the newly made imperial robe. Sarashurha's eyes widened and he died in fear. Seeing Sarasaga's fear and unwillingness, you disdain him. With this little courage, you still dare to call yourself emperor. How can your unwillingness compare to Master Sun? You spit. Throw it on Sarashurha's increasingly pale face. The guards who came after hearing the news surrounded you. You are covered in blood. But he looked relaxed. You have nothing now. There is nothing to be afraid of. The Qing dynasty is over a long time ago. It's over. Shout 3 times. Long live China. You burst into laughter. The enemy's attack hits you. You just feel happy. Stepping on the clouds, I will leave and cause havoc in the heavenly palace and will never return. Teacher, and every brother who died in the Sun family, have you seen them all? The ape thief is dead, Yinchuan is lucky to live up to his fate. Simulation ends. Rewards are being settled. Yi Yinchuan closed his eyes with a smile on his lips, he murmured. Yinchuan, fortunately you have lived up to your fate. Chapter 48 Confirmed Simulation Rewards. Hidden Evolution plus Secret Skills. The name of the second PE. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Excuse me, it's so deep into the drama. Yi Yinchuan wiped the corners of his eyes, caressed the little rabbit. When I open my eyes, I feel a special feeling, just simulated, almost true history. The simulated scenario is even more like experiencing it personally, a stronger sense of immersion, quite reasonable. Looking at the cozy and warm room, Yi Yinchuan figured it out, what a feeling that is, although he is a Chinese civilian, but at least I have enough to eat and warm clothes, there is a TV to watch and a mobile phone to play with, there is room for struggle and advancement in life. You can also choose to lie down flat, be an ordinary person, be ordinary, even if you don't have the talent to control beasts, you can still study culture. This is something that the people at the bottom could never dream of before. Even survival is a problem for them, forget about life, can have these. We all have to thank gentlemen like Sun Yuanshan and Sun Jiaran. If the old dynasty is not overthrown, how can there be a new era? How could there be today's prosperous China? Cherish and be grateful, remember and respect. Put away your emotions, back to reality. Yi Yinchuan confirmed the reward, ending, Teacher, have you seen it? Unlocking achievements, stepping on the clouds and shaking the sky when a man is angry, blood splashes 5 steps a dead soldier of the Sun family. Rewards for unlocking the achievement for the first time, cloud stepping step, beginner, pet talent, wrath of a common man pet egg, little monkey, evolution plan. Reward 1, little grass rabbit evolution plan. Reward 2. The level of little grass rabbit is increased to bronze level 9. Reward 3, universal simulation times +1. When you see these rewards, Yi Yinchuan was stunned for a moment. Why do you feel so much? Is it because the number of simulations for others is less, so the reward will be slightly more? And, really got the universal simulation number. It is equivalent to giving a fault tolerance. After all, with so many simulation options, there will always be mistakes or unexpected things. With this universal simulation number, it will become easier to pass the level, and, in this way, it is completely worth it to help others simulate it and take up a little cooling time. After all, the number of simulations is the real valuable resource. It brings endless possibilities. It is the key to a huge treasure house. Just like this reward, not only did Su Xiaoxiao benefit, but he also received a large number of rewards. This is a win-win situation. Both of them are making money. There is no place to choose, in place. Activate directly. While the rewards are activated, a new chapter also appears on the Beast Control scroll, distinguished from prehistoric times. Draw content after a blank space, it's vaguely identifiable. That's what happens in the simulation, especially the last scene. Dead soldiers come one after another. The little seed rabbit and the Ling Shan monkey were sacrificed. Yi Yinchuan went straight in and took the life of Yuan Shurha. Even if you take another look, the blood is still so hot. Step on the clouds, step forward. Yi Yinchuan started walking around the room, flexible and light, yet exuding an unyielding spirit. There are stepping, turning and jumping movements, contains more than a dozen complex combinations. It was easily performed by Yi Yinchuan. This body method, it has been imprinted in his mind, and Yi Yinchuan can feel it. He can teach the cloud steps to his pet beasts. Transmitted directly through the soul, once you pass it on, you are a beginner. The premise is that the pet animal itself must be compatible. If your own conditions are not suitable enough, it is either impossible to pass, or the effect will be limited. About me turning into a skill learning machine, Yi Yinchuan couldn't help but complain. The world of beast control has a skill learning machine, usually produced by Chonk's company. It's very expensive and will be scrapped after one use. You may not be able to learn it yet. It is very likely that you will fail in your studies. This is so awesome. In addition, stepping on the clouds and turning the sky upside down, in some dangerous situations, as a beast master, I have the ability to protect myself, go past the pet beast and attack the beast master directly. In a regular battle, it is definitely not allowed, but all battles must be conducted in a proper manner. It's also unrealistic, such as a private fight, or in the wild. There will be some dangerous places later, such as ruins, secret realms, abyss, etc. Anyway, the value of stepping on the clouds is great, and the benefits are permanent. The great ape family does not pass down secret skills. The magical skill of Go Ming. What a win, brother. Let's look at other rewards. Talent. A common man is angry. The effect is when one's own level or qualifications are lower than those of the enemy, can explode once, consumes a lot of life and energy. This talent is not only about attack, but also includes other means. Even auxiliary and restrictive skills can be strengthened. This judgment is a bit mysterious. Yi Yinchuan looked at the description and couldn't help but murmured, there is also such a description as explosive. In the world of beast control, probably no one has this talent. It is the product of the beast taming scroll. No matter what, it's over. This talent can only be activated on Little Chow Rabbit, unique. The pet egg of the little monkey, and the evolution method. Yi Yinchuan rubbed his hands and took it out directly from the light of the beast control scroll. This is an egg as transparent as jade. There are cloud-like patterns on it, which is very spiritual. The evolution method, it is also displayed on the panel. At the same time, it appeared in Yi Yinchuan's mind. Ah, this. Yi Yinchuan was excited. In the simulation scenario, he only got the evolution method of the little monkey. It can only evolve once. There are only 2 branches, but this reward is directly the evolution tree, including 2 evolutions and the 3rd form. Moreover, the evolution route is very rich. There are 5 types of the 2nd form alone. I am afraid that the authentic evolution plan of the great ape family will be ashamed. In addition to the Lingshan monkey and the Linglu monkey, there are 3 more. They are the Lingming monkey, the Lingnu monkey, and the Linglei monkey. Lingshan monkey, it is the form evolved in Yi Yinchuan's simulation. The attributes are rock and superpower. That's right, the little monkeys bred by the great ape family have superpower attributes, but it's different from the natural superpowers of ice crystal flower. The superpowers of the little monkeys need to be guided and stimulated. It needs acquired training. Spirit Dew monkey, its water and superpowers. Spirit Bright monkey, hidden evolutionary branch, pure superpowers, and also the most prominent branch of superpower attributes. Once evolved, you can have powerful superpowers. Spirit Rage monkey, hidden evolutionary branch, possessing the talent that the greater the anger, the stronger the power, among all the evolutionary branches. Possessing the purest destructive power. Spirit Thunder monkey, hidden evolutionary branch, lightning plus superpowers, rare lightning attribute, plus superpowers, a pet that perfectly restrains water and flying attributes. The most sharp attack method, sparks with lightning, and superpowers. Too strong, that the evolutionary plan rewarded by the beast taming scroll, still so perfect. The hidden evolution branches given to you are more than the normal ones. Yes. None of them exist in the world of beast control. This gives Yi Yinchuan the opportunity to cultivate a god-level pet that is unparalleled in the world. Disadvantages, it is just too awesome. For example, the Thunder monkey, the little monkey before evolution, it is a secret pet, a special pet. plus the hidden evolution, it is simply a cheat, willful and crazy that it should be said. There are also secret skills of the great ape family, stepping on the clouds and turning the sky. Other pets don't know, but for the little monkey, it is absolutely a perfect fit. Yi Yinchuan can imagine it. Wait until the little monkey hatches, hidden evolution plus secret skills are not passed on. How perverted it is. Not only is it a super monkey, but it is also a body monkey. How can others play? What little fire monkey and little stone monkey, they are all brothers among brothers. Originally, Yi Yinchuan has not considered the second pet, but this simulation directly brought a big surprise. This second pet, isn't it just a gift? Yi Yinchuan's thoughts became clear at once. Little monkey, cultivated into the Monkey King, a fighting Buddha-like existence in the later stage. Isn't it good? Whether it is reality or simulation at that time, take off directly. I want this day, and I can no longer cover my eyes. The atmosphere is here. The name of this little monkey, Yi Yinchuan has thought of it. Just call it Kong Kong. Just when Yi Yinchuan was fascinated, the little monkey's egg shook twice. Is it a response? It seems to like this name very much. Yi Yinchuan likes it more and more, holding the little monkey's egg, rubbed it on his face twice. Kong Kong, equals carrot smiley face. What's the noise? I just move around when I have nothing to do, don't make too much drama. Well, the money for the incubator is a problem now. Yi Yinchuan suddenly felt, the economic pressure suddenly rose. The pig can eat as much as it wants now, and it can eat 3 kilograms of big-tailed shrimps a day. It's a bit like a leopard eating a leopard's food. Su Xiaoxiao's little grass rabbit also needs to evolve. Since you want to take it flying, you have to help her out anyway. Don't worry about the charm seal for now, let the girl figure it out. Cultivate your own little monkey. It's another bottomless pit. Secret pets like this consume a lot of resources, plus evolution. I didn't dare to look at it more just now. The hidden evolutions of the little monkey, the materials required are very precious. For example, it requires a kind of precious Chinese medicinal material. Don't even think about the price now that you have a cheat but no money, bastard. Taming beasts ruins your life, and cultivating makes you poor for 3 generations. It's really a waste of money. Thinking of that astronomical figure, Yi Yinchuan's scalp numbs, but you have to eat 1 bite at a time. Whether it's cultivation or making money, you have to do it step by step. Yi Yinchuan thought about it. No more Versailles. Those second generations of aristocratic families don't even have the chance to spend money. And, if you really have the ability, why are you afraid of not having money? Just take it step by step. Continue to confirm, the evolution plan of the little grass rabbit, it's also directly on the evolution tree. Still the old rules, there are more hidden evolution routes than the regular ones. When the time comes, let's see which branch Su Xiaoxiao likes. After all, he is her pet beast, she chooses herself. Although Su Xiaoxiao expressed his willingness to assist Yi Yinchuan, but that's teammates. Yi Yinchuan would not treat her as an accessory or a tool. In addition, I thought of it just now. I will help the little grass rabbit evolve a little, but later, like the charm seal, that's not necessarily the case. There is a difference between taking care of a child and being a nanny. What Yi Yinchuan wants to do is, give my cousin a chance to take off. Instead, he helped her take off from behind. It is better to teach people to fish than to teach them how to fish. Anyway, there is no problem at all if you help with the simulation. After all, I also need more media. You can even get rewards from simulations, just like this time, stepping on the clouds and turning the sky. There are also little monkeys and so on. There is no reason not to do something that everyone wins. The final reward, the level of little grass rabbit increases. At this time, the little grass rabbit has already been promoted to a level. The following week, it will slowly rise to the 9th level of bronze, although it's as fast as riding a rocket, but at least, it wasn't that sudden. Then Xiao Xiao asked, let's just say feed energy cubes to the little grass rabbit, or simply pass the blame to the little rabbit, saying that it is gifted and has mutated. Perfect explanation, reasonable. My sister is so innocent, how could she doubt pigeon? Next room, Su Xiaoxiao, sneeze. Simulation rewards have been confirmed. Yi Yinchuan returned the little Tsautu to Su Xiaoxiao, and tell her to hide her anger and rank. Holding the little Tsautu, Su Xiaoxiao looked confused. I don't know why little Tsautu got promoted to a level and gained an extra talent, but she really believed in Yi Yinchuan. No nonsense, just do it. Good night. Yi Yinchuan gently closed the door and left. After all, they are almost adults, it's late at night, and brothers and sisters have to avoid suspicion, let alone cousins. Well. Su Xiaoxiao didn't understand this, so she puffed up her cheeks and said. Why are you walking so fast? After a pause, he thought of Yi Yinchuan's kindness and said. Brother is really good, I will definitely repay him well in the future. Point 2 index fingers, twisting and turning. Chapter 49, Raising pets is very expensive, so make money first. Sexy class teacher, online teaching. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Simulated cooling, 24 hours. See this, Yi Yinchuan breathed a sigh of relief. It seems that the simulation cooling time is not infinitely long. It is probably related to the number of simulations of the medium and the level of the medium itself. Yi Yinchuan secretly speculated, the stronger you are, the harder it is to become stronger again, scientific and reasonable. You should also follow the basic rules when it comes to cheating. Do you think it's unscientific animal control? Tomorrow, just 2 things. First, take classes well. Second, get the little monkey's incubator ready, discounted price 2,000, compared to winning a game worth 10,000, it's really not much, but money is this thing, there's just something magical about it, flowers go quickly, sometimes it feels like it doesn't cost much, but this and that were all spent, earning is very mysterious, sometimes you might make a lot. But when you really have no money and need money urgently, a penny less, you can't change it, but Yi Yinchuan believes in his own abilities, it's only 2,000, are you still worried that you won't be able to earn it? Slept deeply all night, the next day was full of positive energy again. Su Xiaoxiao, the little grass rabbit, has been promoted to another level, it is already the 7th level of bronze, this is faster than expected. Before leaving home, Yi Yinchuan opened the incubator containing the charm seal, the little monkey's eggs were also stuffed in, both eggs shook, as if in protest. Kong Kong, my balls hurt. Dash anger, charming seal, omega. Leopard sauce. I can't help it. You also know the conditions at home. Please feel sorry for yourself first, and I will find a way to solve it. Yi Yinchuan touched 2 pet beast eggs, closed the incubator, went to school. Today, the 1-week lease expired. Every student has some regrets, if you use it again later, it will cost you money. Their training yesterday was crazy, never stopping for a moment, as if in a hurry. The general principle is just like the last day of a gym's annual pass, if you can't practice to death, practice to death. But there is one thing to say, everyone's training was very productive, the average pet level has increased by 1 level, the stimulation of qualification potential has also been improved. Everyone performed well. In the next 2 days, we will slow down a bit. You wore a pair of light pink yoga pants today, the outline is like a peach, the waistline looks particularly beautiful. To maintain such a figure, you need to spend an average of 1 hour training every day, untouchable. Everyone knows that raising pet animals is expensive. So your first formal course is to teach you how to make money. I heard the word make money, everyone's eyes lit up in the class, except for the 2nd generation who are not short of money, who you didn't panic and smiled slightly. Even if your family is not short of money, it can provide you with resources. But there are usually various restrictions. No one would want to rely on family support for the rest of his life, right? Be controlled by his family, right? Who you said this, it hit hard on the pain points of the 2nd generation, just like Li Ziming, he patted his thigh and realized. What the teacher said is great. I'm almost driven crazy by my mother. Even if I raise any pet animal, I have to obey her. When I make money on my own, why should I still be so angry? What, your mother forced you to do this? Yi Yinchuan captured the key information, he smiled and touched the leopard's head, very interested too, making money or something. Chuan Chuan, I like it the most. Let's talk about the first one first. Do the task. When you open the campus app, there is a task wall. Both teachers and classmates will post tasks on it, and as long as they can complete them, they will get paid. For example, this one. A live wild green onion duck is urgently needed, and the reward is 20,000 alliance coins. Another example is this. I want a bronze energy block, and the reward is 4,000. Those who like to do charity can accept it. Hearing who use words, the students opened the task wall one after another to see if there were any tasks they could take on. Yi Yinchuan is also watching. He nodded. This was a way to make money. The second is to sell resources on the trading platform. Our school has a trading platform that supports offline face-to-face transactions. There are also various online trading platforms, but be careful of being cheated. For example, last year a classmate wanted to buy energy cubes. After paying, he received the goods, which were all filled with candied chestnuts. When I asked what was going on, I was immediately blocked. Are you angry? Be sure to choose a regular platform and don't be greedy for petty gains. You must also be cautious when selling things. There is no third-party guarantee. It is best to do it offline, where you pay the money and deliver the goods. Students like to hear about cases like this. Everyone sits up straight. Teacher, we are all students, where do we get the resources to sell? Zhao Mingquan raised his hand and asked, scratching the creaking nest and looking around, just have the word scumbag written on his face. Yes. There are relatively few new resources. Generally, the resources we recommend to buy are those that pet beasts can produce. For example, the saliva of the little water frog, the tail hair of the little fire monkey, and so on. There are also your idle resources, such as extra rations, evolution materials, energy blocks, etc. Of course, you don't have many of these now. Actually, the most important resource is hunting. Hunting. Hear these two words. No student will be distracted, because hunting is a very important activity for animal masters. Hunting, as the name suggests, it means going into the wild to capture or hunt wild beasts. It also includes collecting some wild resources. Hunting also comes with danger. After all, there are groups of pet beasts in the wild, and even some social beastmasters. The one that suits you right now is Dongbai Mountain. We will organize a collective hunt then. By the way, we can also familiarize ourselves with the terrain and formulate tactics for the pet beast battle royale at the end of the month. I heard that Huyu was going to organize a hunt. Many students are gearing up and eager to try. There are also some timid students who are not too cold. Hunting, does it mean you have to see blood? It seems that these sounds are heard. Huyu smiled and said. If you don't like hunting, you don't have to hunt. You can also farm. The school has dedicated planting and breeding areas. You can plant seeds and collect crop resources. You can also breed some pet beasts to collect their resources, or raise them and sell them directly. For planting, small tree fruits are a good choice. As for breeding, just silkworm babies, or duck with green onions, spicy chickens, etc. Farming. Planting and breeding. Some students are very interested. Yi Yinchuan also has some. After all, 3 generations of our ancestors have been farmers. Farming has a deep-rooted attraction for every Chinese person. However, the benefits from planting and breeding are too slow, and it seems that I am not planting my own land, so I won't consider it for now. Besides these, you can also work part-time. Actually, it's almost like doing a task. Some teachers and seniors will need help, or the school will recruit some people. Planting and breeding require experience, so starting from a part-time job is a good choice. Huyu said while writing on the blackboard. There is another smart way. That is to sell knowledge. The understanding of skills and talents, the methods and experiences of cultivating pet beasts, and even the methods of evolution can be sold on the trading platform. Even, published directly on free websites. When someone sees your article and clicks on an ad or gives you a small gift at any time, the income will actually be considerable. One of your seniors published an article last year about the cultivation and evolution of pet beasts. As a result, the article became popular and she earned thousands of yuan every day, and even now she occasionally earns dozens of yuan. Wow! Hearing this, many students showed envy, said she was a senior. That means they are freshmen who were once just like them. If she can do it, so can she. It's indeed a good way. Of course, your content must be truly valuable and attractive. Otherwise, others won't even bother to read it, or they'll just have to do it for nothing. That's a bit miserable. Hu Huanjing adjusted his glasses. Some of the analyses I wrote myself can be put up and sold for money. Yi Yinchuan listened with some thoughts. I have a perfect evolution plan at hand, like little seals, little monkeys, little grass rabbits. Just throwing one out can cause a sensation, right? Cashing out is definitely not a problem. Yi Yinchuan has already kept this path in mind. After class is over, I will try the operation. Certainly, he would not be stupid enough to put the entire evolutionary tree together, but it can be broken into pieces and sold bit by bit. For example, baby seal evolves into big seal. This is the regular route. There are so many ways to evolve online. There are good and bad. But Yi Yinchuan was convinced that what he had in his hands was definitely the most perfect. None of them, Hu Yu continued. Class, almost all methods of making money are covered. This gave Yi Yinchuan a great inspiration. For example, be a breeder and help others breed pets. He has such a talent as the beast-controlling scroll. If you are serious about cultivating, it's a complete dimensionality reduction blow to the trainer industry. After all, after simulating it once, someone else's pet beast can be greatly improved. You can still get some benefits yourself. However, this operation has the risk of exposing cheats, so it needs to be carefully considered. Not only Yi Yinchuan, but also his classmates have benefited a lot. Everything Hu Yu said was informative. In short, there are many ways to make money. You have to find where you have an advantage. If you make it once, you will have the confidence to make it next time. The money you make will be more and more. Before I knew it, the whole morning's class had passed. Okay. One final point. Pornography, gambling, drugs, and things that violate Chinese laws and school rules are absolutely not allowed. I believe I don't need to say more, teacher. Especially young girls must learn to resist temptation. Remember, every gift along the way in life has a price secretly marked on it. Said, Hu Yu also gave an example. In the past, there was a female student who was exploited by someone with bad intentions in order to breed a pet. Not only was she deceived into borrowing high-interest loans, she was also forced to sell her body. Finally, the truth was revealed. She committed suicide due to depression. Before she left, she was still thinking about how to place her pet. She was really a kind child. Hu Yu said, a little sad. As a woman, she empathized and felt sorry. She also felt sorry for the failure of a good person. But now that things have come to this, can the victim be blamed? All she can say is, Hu Yu would never allow such a tragedy to happen to her students. The classmates were also sighing after hearing this. Even the most mischievous Zhao Mingquan did not speak nonsense at this time. He just said indignantly, that's too much. The people who deceived her are worse than dogs. Dogs are cuter than them. As he said that, Zhao Mingquan hooked Xiao Yuanquan's chin. Suck suck suck, Xiao Bai, don't you think so? The more people I meet, the more I like dogs. Chapter 50 Take on missions to earn money. My pet is a little special. Just by looking at the ID foe. You are listening at novelfull.audio. PRPR. The little round dog stuck out its pink tongue, licking Zhao Mingquan's hand. Well-behaved. JPG, what bad intentions could a Shiogo have? In the eyes of a Shiogo, there is only the master. Okay, the morning class is over. Free time in the afternoon. Hu Yu finished speaking, stretched, revealing the excellent vest line, flat belly, without a trace of excess fat. However, only Yi Yinchuan hurriedly admired it. The other students were cheering. Oh yeah. The beast control class is so cool. My cousin is studying culture, and they have 3 exams in the afternoon. Ha 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 ha. Qin Yejiao laughed loudly. His ape-like appearance was exposed. His pet animal, the little stone monkey, picked his nose. It seemed as if it was written on his square face. Look at your little achievement. The joys and sorrows of apes and monkeys are not the same. Don't be happy too early, there is still homework. Hu Yu pressed his hand down. The smiles of the whole class froze. Teacher, can you finish your words at once? You know that. Is it painful to hand out 21 test papers during the 3-day holiday? It hurts. It really hurts. Yi Yinchuan recalled the fear of being dominated by homework. Everyone should find a way to earn the first pot of gold in the afternoon. If you don't earn a penny, don't blame the teacher for punishment. The first place will also have a special reward. Who you finished speaking, only then did I realize, because the get out of class was about to end and I relaxed, my tone was a little too playful, turning around while no one was watching, I acted like a funny girl, and my expression of disdain for myself was very different from my usual aloof attitude. Turning around again, I was already serious. Do you know everything? I know, teacher. The classmates responded with a smile. Teacher, the blackboard is so clean that it reflects light, do you really think we can't see it? Of course, there is another reason for smiling. It turns out that homework is to make money. Making money, it's not bad, it doesn't matter if you just write a test or recite a text. Amidst the laughter and joy, the students of the second class of beast taming welcomed the lunch break. Yi Yinchuan here, he had a meal of braised chicken and rice with Su Xiaoxiao. Eat delicious food and drink spicy food. Yi Yinchuan chewed the plump and tender chicken and sipped the thick soup, hot rice with chicken soup. Ah, life is so nourishing. After eating, the two sat together leisurely, thinking about how to make money in the afternoon. Yi Yinchuan had some ideas when he was in class. He thought about it again and again, decided to post a conventional evolution method of the little grass rabbit on the internet, first. The little grass rabbit is a pet beast that is a lower-level substitute for the little grass snake, and not many people pay attention to it. It is a conventional evolution method, so it should not expose itself, although, the evolution method rewarded by the beast taming scroll can be said to be perfect, but in the end, this is Yi Yinchuan's evaluation. There are so many different evolution methods on the internet, and people will at most find that this evolution method is very good. And they won't think too much about it, by the way, just in case, it should be posted anonymously. At the same time, Yi Yinchuan is also laying the groundwork for something, so it was decided. I plan to post what I wrote on the internet to see if I can earn some royalties. Yi Yinchuan said with a blushing face. Strictly speaking, the evolution method of the little grass rabbit was not written by him, but the beast control scroll is his own talent. Rounding it off, the copyright belongs to me. Is there a problem? No problem. Let's take a step back. I copied myself. So what? With a clear mind, his face is not red. That's great. In Su Xiaoxiao's eyes, Yi Yinchuan is a top student, culturally, from elementary school to junior high school. He never did homework and was always in the top 3 in the grade. He said he wanted to write something to make money, and Su Xiaoxiao was not surprised at all. I'm just afraid that I won't be able to make it in the afternoon. Su Xiaoxiao bit her lip lightly, worried. She was thinking about Yi Yinchuan. I heard that the manuscripts need to be reviewed after they are posted, and there may not be traffic at the beginning. It sounds easy to write some beast taming experience and earn royalties, but it is really difficult. Who you said it in class? Some classmates pondered every day, and their hair turned white. After 3 years of writing, he earned more than 90 yuan by the time he graduated. On the same day, he cancelled his account and smashed his computer. Right, chicken neck feathers. Not even 100 yuan for me. Not even 100 yuan for me. So, it is a bit unrealistic to want to earn royalties in an afternoon. Don't panic. I'll post it now. Yi Yinchuan was not in a hurry. Just treat it as an attempt. We can also think of other ways. As he said, he typed on his mobile phone, write out the evolution method of the little grass rabbit. Just post it on this Seeding Tomato website. Yi Yinchuan registered an account casually, posted the content anonymously, and it was done. The Seeding Tomato website is the largest beast taming experience exchange website in China. It's completely free, and mainly relies on advertising revenue. Su Xiaoxiao took a curious look. Huh. It's from Little Grass Rabbit, brother. She was surprised and wanted to take a look. Wow, it's so well written. Su Xiaoxiao quickly read a few lines and was amazed by this evolution method. I don't know how to describe it. It gives people a very detailed and in-place feeling. His pet animal is the little grass rabbit. Su Xiaoxiao naturally did enough homework on the evolution of little Chow rabbit, so she can better understand the value of this evolutionary method. I want to like it, and I also want to give you free power generation for love. Read it in a hurry. Su Xiaoxiao quickly logged into the tomato planting website, I found this article and read it carefully before giving out the free gift. A gift is a reward, one of the author's benefits. Su Xiaoxiao was surprised to find out, she was not the first to give Yi Yinchuan likes and gifts. The author is so awesome, my little rabbit is about to take off. Is there any other evolution method for the branch? I beg you with a lot of money. Insert your eyes, evolve successfully and come back. The author is so good. Why is he anonymous? Is he not a big nurturing expert? Su Xiaoxiao also quickly commented. Just a stranger, I came across this article by chance and read it. It's really great. Please support the author a lot. That when Yi Yinchuan saw Su Xiaoxiao's comment, he couldn't help but tilt his mouth. Sister, you really can't lie, how could a passerby comment like this? Let's leave it alone and let's look at other ways to make money. For that article, Yi Yinchuan was also surprised that there was traffic as soon as it started. Surprise, not too surprising, I still underestimated the beast controlling scroll. The evolution method of this reward can be revealed just a little bit, but it is so impressive. If I post something truly awesome, I'm afraid it will cause a sensation on the entire internet and shock the beast-controlling academic community for 100 years. Yeah, this mission is okay. Su Xiaoxiao found a way to make money first. It was posted by a second-year senior, real name system, called Su Mu. Brother, senior sister is so beautiful. Looking at the ID photo, Su Xiaoxiao was starry-eyed. Pretty. How beautiful can it be? Yi Yinchuan took a look. I couldn't help but feel excited. Although it is an ID photo, it does not affect the person's appearance at all. Bright eyes, white teeth, long hair like a waterfall, her facial features are pure and sweet, and she has a model face. There is a touch of royal sister style in her eyes. It also has its own contrast. The word goddess is well deserved. What kind of divine appearance is this? Yi Yinchuan is also well informed. Like Chen Shuer and Yuning, they are both young and beautiful girls with different styles, but just the ID photo can make him look at you for thousands of years. This senior Su Mu is the first one. It's over, now close your eyes. The shape of Su Mu is all in the retina. Impossible, absolutely impossible. Yi Yinchuan shook his head. Women will only affect the cultivation of beast masters. Especially one this beautiful. If you act rashly, you may die without any bones left. Even if you don't die, you will lose weight day by day. Danger. Danger. Too dangerous. But, for the sake of small money, I can only sacrifice a little. Ahem. The task issued by Su Mu was very simple. In the afternoon, I helped take care of the pet animal Panax Noto Ginseng deer. The mission specifically stated that Sankala had certain personality problems, and was said to be a bit manic-depressive, sometimes irritable, sometimes depressed, and the time to be in good condition is extremely short. Special remarks, come if you can accept it. The reward is 13,000 alliance coins, in other words, it's 6,500 per person. The benefits are considerable. Walk. Yi Yinchuan's eyes were burning and righteous. The wind rustles and the water becomes cold, and the strong man will never return once he is gone, for the happiness of my own two balls. Ahem. I'm talking about Kong Kong and Charming Seal. Even if there is a mountain of swords and a sea of fire today, I still have to meet this senior Su Mu for a while. Elder brother. Su Xiaoxiao looked worried. The senior sister is so beautiful, she has an inexplicable sense of crisis. Yi Yinchuan gave her a firm look. Do not worry. Today, Yi Yinchuan, even if I die, even if I jump from here, my heart will never flutter. He, so beautiful, that I saw a beautiful senior girl looking left and right in the distance, waiting to meet. Yi Yinchuan couldn't help but hey, she is simply a female star. The skin under the sun is transparent, can be broken by blows, and is so white that it reflects light. A head of long hair as black as a waterfall, healthy and smooth, beautiful eyes are flowing, and passers-by stare blankly. Hello, my name is Yi Yinchuan. This is my sister Su Xiaoxiao. Senior, we are the ones who took over your mission. Yi Yinchuan pulled Su Xiaoxiao forward. After some introductions, shake hands as a sign of respect. Su Mu opened her eyes slightly, and her eyelashes fluttered twice. I wanted to reach out, but hesitated. Well, you may have misunderstood. I am a senior, not a senior. What? Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Yi Yinchuan felt like he was struck by lightning, maintaining the posture of reaching out, straighten up and take 2 steps back. The movements are dull, like a zombie. Su Xiaoxiao also opened her mouth wide, and her 2 cute little eyebrows were raised slightly like playful clouds, unmodified, to show surprise. The scene was hilarious for a moment. I am indeed a male. There should be something written in the information. Su Mu smiled bitterly. He has experienced many such things, got used to. Although cutting short hair can avoid a lot of trouble, but to be honest, Su Mu doesn't want to change himself because of other people's eyes, and, who says men can't be beautiful? The real and should not be about appearance, but character and inner qualities. Su Mu is very determined, and never complains or regrets. You too, are you still accepting the mission? Su Mu asked with a triad attitude. Many people find it difficult to accept his gender for the first time. Well, my brother's beauty is popular with both men and women. I don't know if these two can stand it. Yes. Of course. Yi Yinchuan quickly unfrozen, he strode up and held Su Mu's hand. Senior, don't worry, we will complete the mission. After a long time, it turns out that they are all pigeons. What's the point of being moved? And Yi Yinchuan's straight male detector can smell it. Su Mu is definitely a straight man. In terms of safety, he is much more reliable than those in his class. But let's be honest, this little hand is so slippery that I can't bear it. Yi Yinchuan let go of his hand, nothing else, afraid of bending. Of course, it's impossible to bend. The best way to face danger is to stay away from it. My junior, take a look at my Sankalu first, then decide. Su Mu said with a smile, very polite, will not get angry at all for being misidentified as a gender. Anger is the devil. Wrinkles will grow. A gentle smile makes people feel like spring breeze. My Sankalu is a little special. Oh, Yi Yinchuan raised his eyebrows. How special is it? No matter how special it is, can it be as special as you, senior? This senior Su Mu, but the boy has a girlish appearance, so beautiful. I'm afraid there is no second one in China.